made an $88,900 net profit in 84 days on this mobile home inside of a mobile home park. Now I'm gonna take you through exactly how I got that done. I always make sure to build relationships with managers in mobile home parks. And for this specific mobile home park, I've done other deals inside of it. And this manager liked me, and she let me know that the person who lived in this home passed away, and the kids now own the home and they're going to be selling it. I said, awesome. I was actually already in that park that day. She gave me the phone number to the kids. I then called them up and they said they're at the mobile home now. I asked them what they're looking for the mobile home, and they said $45,000. Now, I didn't desire to pay $45,000 for the home, but it was still worth taking a look at it, and I knew that they were probably negotiable because they were very motivated to sell it. They were just paying the lot rent, and they didn't want to have to deal with the home. I then went there to go meet the sellers. And as soon as I got to the mobile home, my thing is that I always ask the price again, because when you're in person, you usually get like a different vibe of what they're looking for, and they come up with different answers. So I said to them, so you're looking for $45,000 for this home? And they said, well, yeah, that's what our realtor wanted, and if you were going through the realtor, then that would be the case. Did you contact the realtor to see this home? And I said, no. I said, I didn't know you were still working with a realtor. And they said, we're not, but there were some people that were coming through a realtor. We had a realtor, but it was only like a very short contract and it expired. I said, awesome. All right, so what was a realtor's commission? And they told me what his commission was. I said like 6%, and it ended up working out to a couple $1,000s that the realtor was gonna end up getting. I think they said like $5,000 or $6,000 or something that the realtor was gonna be getting. I said, cool, the realtor's out, all right? I didn't go through a realtor, so that's totally fine. I'll go direct to you. So that's like $6,000 off the asking price, correct? Because we're not going through a realtor, and they're like, yeah, I guess. Okay, cool. I went around and looked around the home. I then pointed out the issues and the things that were wrong with the home. I then asked them again, I said, so what would be that minimum that you're looking for the home that feels like it's a good price for you in order to get it off your hands? Because we can close as soon as tomorrow if the price is right. They then came back to me and they said $20,000. I was like, awesome, all right, we just got $25,000 off the asking price. And this is the difference between not showing up and just making offers over the phone to actually showing up, meeting the sellers, looking around the home, having a conversation with them. Right, so we got $25,000 off the asking price because I went there. I didn't just stop because I heard the price was $45,000 and said, I'm not paying that. No, everything's negotiable. I then said, awesome, I'm gonna talk to my partner. I'll give you a call back. We gotta go look at some photos. I gotta get clear on exactly what it is that we'd be looking to purchase this home for and what would make sense to us. I let them know I'm an investor in what I do. I then give the sellers a call back later that day. I say, I hear you want $20,000 for the home. Talk to my partner. This is what we were able to come up with. $12,000 is the offer that I can give you for this home. He asked me, he said, how soon can you close tomorrow? I said, yes, I'll bring a check tomorrow, hand it to you, take it over. You don't have to worry about lot rent for this month or anything of that sort. Perfect, awesome, cool, boom, beautiful. I showed up the next day. I handed them the check. We bill a sale. They handed me the title. We got everything cleared up. I own the home. Okay, and then within the next day I had my crew out there. All right, so now I've negotiated this home down. I negotiated down what, $23,000, $33,000. I negotiated the price down, okay? This home, as you can see, is on an amazing plot of land, right? It's inside of a mobile home park, but it has a lot of land. I had my crew in there the next day, started a demo, getting everything out. We completely renovated this mobile home, a complete gut job. Right? Took everything out. Everything that we bought is from Home Depot. New floors, new counters, redid the walls, paint, like there was windows. We repaired everything inside the home, completely gutted it, and completely redid this home. I knew it had a lot of potential. Now, the day after I purchased it, I put it on the market, and I could have sold it for $45,000. They didn't market it correctly. It wasn't marketed. A lot of times when realtors market mobile homes, they're not doing the work that's required. I could have sold it for $45,000 the next day, but I knew there was a lot of potential with this home. This is why we did a complete gut job and completely renovated. I ended up putting, I believe it was $25K into the home. I was $37K all in, I wanna say, and I ended up selling this mobile home for $123,000. Do the math, I believe that those are the numbers. Let me do the math for you here, just to verify. All right, we have 123,000 minus 37,000 equals 86,000. So I'm a little off here. Maybe I sold it for 127,000. It was a little bit ago. Minus 37,000, something like that. Right? I was $127,000 is what I sold this mobile home for. Now, I could have sold this mobile home for $45,000 the next day. They didn't market it correctly, and that's what you'll find a lot if they're working with realtors, different things of that sort. Like, they're not marketing the home, they're not showing the home the right way. So I would have made a $35,000 net profit, or more than that, $33,000 net profit the next day within 24 hours, but I held on to it because I knew there's a lot of potential with this mobile home. We did a complete gut job, we completely renovated the mobile home, and I sold it for $127,000. Instead, $127,000. So we're $127,000, and I believe I was $38,000 all in on this home. Gives you roughly $89,000. $38,000 all in, sold it for $127,000. It took 84 days, right? 84 days from seeing the mobile home to selling the mobile home. We had people who were interested, people who wanted to buy the mobile home, but we didn't have anyone that was like, yes, I can do it. I can do it for all cash. Some people wanted to finance the mobile home. I wasn't looking to finance this one because of the amount of money that we put into it. I marketed with a for sale sign in the yard, Zillow, Facebook Marketplace. The thing that got the buyer was the for sale sign in the yard. And you'll find this a lot when you're selling mobile homes is even though Zillow and Facebook Marketplace have a whole lot more traffic, for sale signs work wonderfully because people who live in the mobile home park, they usually know people who are looking to move into the mobile home park. If someone's driving through the mobile home park to look for mobile homes, they're a lot more serious. So within 84 days, we sold this mobile home from me purchasing it, me seeing it, to me selling it, 84 days for a $88,900 net profit. Buyer was happy, extremely happy. Great price for this home. There was other homes then that started to sell for a higher price point. This was actually the highest sale in that park up to that point. I believe we listed it for $135,000, ended up selling for $127,000. Very happy with this mobile home. This was actually the highest net profit that I received on a mobile home inside of a mobile home park. Now, your takeaways from this is make sure you build relationships with park management because they know what's happening inside of these parks. Who passed away, who's getting kicked out, who's moving, everything of that sort, they know. Number two is never give up, right? If you hear a price and it's out of your budget, everything's negotiable. Negotiate that price. And even if you can't get it down to the price that you want, maybe you can wholesale that mobile home. So don't just throw down the towel because you feel like you're out. You're not out. Make sure everything's negotiable, have the conversations, go there, see the mobile homes, get your foot in the door and get things moving. Number three, know your profits, right? Know what you can make. I could have put $35,000 in this home and only been able to sell this home for $45,000. I would have been completely out. I would have been like, I should have just sold it to begin with. So make sure you know your market and you understand your market and how much you can actually put into mobile homes for the return that you can get. You have to have your knowledge. If I didn't have my knowledge, I wouldn't have done everything that was required and I wouldn't have made $88,000 on this mobile home. Now we have our Mobile Home Success Academy. If this is something that you're interested in, click on the link down below. You can schedule a call with myself or another one of our coaches and we can break down what our academy includes if you're interested in getting into the mobile home business. What we do is we like to get you set up on a track to be able to make $100K within your first 4 months of being in business and making that $250 to $500K in your first year by flipping mobile homes. If this is something that you're interested in, click on the link below. Thanks for watching. Much more content coming your way.